Good morning and welcome to today's pre-market report. Now in today's pre-market report, we'll be taking a look at the Sensex Index. I'll take a look at what option buyers and option sellers should do. Now technically today we have two expiries, the Sensex and the Bankex. However, I'm only looking at the Sensex as this is, I don't think people should really bother trading the Bankex if they're trading with a bigger quantity. This is as the Bankex has severe liquidity issues and we're going to do option buying or option selling both with a larger lot size. And then you will end up getting a lot of slippage issues and everything, and I don't think that's worth it. So that is why I'm only covering the Sensex Index expiry today rather than the Bankex. Now before we go into Sensex Index, let's take a look at the news which will be affecting our markets today. Now as of when I'm recording this video the night before, the American markets are having a complete meltdown due to the fact that China has managed to make DeepSeek AI, which is only at a cost of $10 million, while American companies have poured billions of dollars into making AI, and it seems to be doing a better job than what the American markets have, American AIs have done. In fact, I've played around with it today, and it is generating better results than ChatGPT or Bard or any of the other AIs. Now, that is making the American markets have a panic attack, basically. The other thing which is affecting the American markets today is the Colombia and Trump's spat which it had last night, where Trump threatened to put 25% tariffs on them, and now Colombia has threatened that if America does that, Colombia will be putting 50% tariffs on American goods. So it's a back and forth, and this I think will come more everyday routine. This is usually leaders, when they're going to take a decision, they usually will consult a board of advisors and then take the decision. But Trump seems to be a leader who just takes the decision on his own and just tweets it out, and that's it. So that will cause a lot of basic volatility. In fact, I'm finding him to be more volatile now than the first time, but this is good for day traders, but terrible for overnight positional trades. Now, the third thing which will be affecting, which I said will be affecting this whole week, is that this week we have three central bank rate decisions: the Fed, the ECB, and Canada. Now, ECB and Canada were already expected to do a 25 basis points rate cut, but the Fed FOMC is coming up, and the Fed did not want to do any rate cut this time, but Trump has also threatened them to have to do a rate cut. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. So that's why I expect this week to be a lot of ups and downs. This is as the DeepSeek thing has taken them down. Now the FOMC is going to throw a new spin into the equation for them and for us even. Then we have the budget coming on Feb 1st, which throws another spin into the whole equation. So I'm expecting this to be a very volatile week, which will go here and there. So that's it really on the news front, on the international news front. On the domestic news front is basically the RBI has announced measures to manage liquidity conditions. They're going to conduct an OMO purchase auction of government securities for 600 billion rupees in 3 tranches. And also they're going to conduct USD INR buy-sell swap auction of $5 billion for a tenure of 6 months, which will be held on January 31st. And RBI says they'll continue to monitor evolving liquidity and market conditions and take measures as appropriate. Now, when the last MPC had happened under Shaktikant Das, I had said that they missed the bus. They should have cut it the rates the time before, and then they should have done it that time at least, and they didn't. Now, I think the new RBI governor is trying to speed up the process, and how he has taken the action, he's announced this liquidity basically measures. I'm pretty sure in the upcoming RBI meet he will be cutting rates in a significant way. And in fact, we're getting the RBI meet a bit after the budget, as Feb 5th to Feb 7th is the MPC meeting, and I think this time he'll cut rates. I don't think he's going to be that dumb, as it's all the Indian economy has already been hit by the dumbness which was done in the past, and I don't think he wants to be that stupid and continue the issues. And then also coming to the Sensex expiry for today. Now, the Sensex expiry for today, if we take a look at it, there are a lot of levels compared to usual. This is as how the market is operating right now, we do not know exactly how it's going to open. This is on one hand, how the American market has tanked signals to us a gap down. But at the same time, we have the FOMC meeting coming up, we have the budget coming up. The results are not bad so far what have been released yesterday. And so then also this RBI measures. So it makes it a very confused open. And due to that, I've had to increase the levels, as it's simply what it is. It is what is happening right now. And I think we are going to get a very good trading sessions this whole week, not even today only. And let's take a look at the levels and what's my trading plan for it now. Now, my trading plan is pretty simple. As long as we're between 75,800 and 75,200, we're in a box range. This is a range in which option buyers and option sellers can both eat and rejoice, as you'll get two-way moves in this thing. Why I'm not saying 75,350, as that is not a quant support level, that is a simple support of yesterday. So that is why I'm not looking at it in that detail, as it's simple support on the quant supports which I share, which everybody knows how well they do. Now, if we break 75,200, then we can have a short to 74,900, which is a very, very strong support. If we break that, then 74,600, 74,450 and 74,300 opens up. All three are major supports. That is why they've come closer to each other, and I have had to zoom in so I can fit everything. So that's why it also looks closer to each other, because when you look 74,600 to 74,300 is a whole 300 point difference, but here it doesn't look that big. On the other hand, if it breaks 75,800, then we can expect a quick up move to 76,050, which I believe will break, and 76,300 will be the main target. If that breaks, then 76,650. So again, my option buying trading plan is pretty simple. Between 75,200 and 75,800, I'll play dual wave moves. If I see it breaking 75,800, then I will basically wait for it to break, add more longs in, and go for the targets up there. If you break 75,200, wait for it to break, add more shorts in, and take it to 74,900 first. And if that breaks, then things are going to go down pretty fast. Now, due to the overnight risk which is there right now, I usually love to trade the option buys between 9:15 and 10, which a lot of people tend to avoid. I find that a better option buying time than post 10 to 10 a.m. But in today's trading session, I'm going to take a cautious approach, and I'm not going to go into the Sensex hard between 9:15 and roughly 9:30, 9:45. After that is when I'm going to look at the option selling. Because first, on the other hand, I hold a lot of option positions in stocks. As I tweeted even yesterday, I've taken a pretty big option position in Feb, as I believe the shorts and the longs are a mixture of both. We're going to get a lot of dynamic movement, as even Feb first is budget, then there's also Trump's thing that he wants to put sanctions on everybody. So all that's going to create a lot of volatility. So I've entered a lot of option buys, I've entered a lot of option sells, and I'll first look at them, then I will come on to the index. Now my option selling trading plan is going to be pretty simple. If I see us breaking 75,200, then I'm going to let this market fall to wherever it wants to fall, then enter P sells. If I see us breaking 75,800, then I'll let it rise to where it wants. Once it reaches one of the resistance levels and I see weakness, then I enter C sells. And naturally, if it's rising, I'm going to go and sell P's. Now, if I see it's breaking 75,800, then I'm going to take an aggressive position and sell P's below 75,350, and the wait for it to rise and then sell C's there. If I see it falling hard, then I'm going to sell C sells above 76,050 rather than 75,800. This says I want to take a bit more of a cautious approach on that side and let it fall, and then sell P sells below the support which holds. So tomorrow my trading plan is not how it usually is, that I'm going to enter C's and P's at the same time. I'm going to let first the market develop for the first 15 to 30 minutes, after which is when I'm going to enter. And depending on where the direction is going, that is basically where if you're falling, then I'll sell C's first naturally, and then wait for us to hit one of the supports, hold the supports, and I'll sell P's below that if you're rising, and vice versa. I will keep profit stops all along the day. This is, I think we will have a V-shaped move, which means a good down move and a good up move. So that will take out a lot of option sellers who are the ones who enter an option and go to sleep and think by 3 o'clock they should have netted a very good premium. I think those guys might get their behind handed to them today. Because I think we're going to have a V-shaped move. But let's see how it goes. Due to the market being now heavily news-based this week and data-based too, technicals will work to a point, but then sudden news which is coming in will be taking an effect into it, and that is what has made giving today's option selling trading plan a bit more complicated than it usually is. So thank you for watching. Any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Any suggestions, drop them in the comment section below. Any stocks you want covered, also drop them in the comment section below. Thank you.